High Performance Habits by Brendon Burchard. The Mystery of Consistently Excellent People. Have you ever met someone who always seems to succeed at whatever they do? Not just by getting lucky once or twice, but consistently for years across multiple fields. They change industries and succeed. They take on new challenges and succeed again. They face crises and emerge stronger. While others experience roller coaster rides, they seem to have a secret formula for staying on top. What makes them different from us? For 15 years, Brendon Burchard has researched this question. He surveyed millions of people in 190 countries. He interviewed thousands of CEOs, Olympic athletes, world leaders, and other consistent high achievers. What he discovered was surprising. It's not about talent, luck, or background. High performers, people who consistently excel, follow 6 specific habits that ordinary people rarely do. These habits can be learned. They can be trained. They can be anyone's. High Performance Habits is not a book about instant motivation. This is a data-driven blueprint for achieving sustained excellence. Let's start with a fundamental question. What's the difference between high performance and high achievement? Part 1. High performance. Where's high achievement the difference? That changes everything. Unsustainable achievement. Michael had just been promoted to VP of Sales at age 32. He worked 70 hours a week, sacrificing family time and sleeping only 4 hours a day. The results were incredible. Revenue increased 40% in 1 year. But Michael was exhausted. His health was declining. His marriage was strained. And surprisingly, his performance began to decline in his 2nd year. Michael is a high achiever, someone who achieves extraordinary results in a short time but not sustainably. Sustainable performance. Sarah is also a VP of sales, the same age, but her approach is different. She works smart, not just hard. She has a clear system. She maintains her energy with exercise and adequate sleep. She builds a strong team. She focuses on long-term results, not just this quarter. Sarah's results may not have been as dramatic as Michael's in the 1st year, but she was consistent. The 2nd year was better than the 1st. The 3rd year was even better, and she remained healthy, happy, and had a balanced life. Sarah is a high performer, someone who achieves superior and sustainable success while remaining healthy and happy. 3 markers of high performance. According to Burchard's research, high performers have 3 characteristics. 1. Success, they achieve superior results. 2. Sustainability, they maintain long-term performance. 3. Satisfaction, they feel fulfilled and happy in the process. Without these 3 elements, you are not a high performer, just an achiever who will burn out. 6 fundamental habits. After analyzing data from millions of respondents, Burchard found that high performers consistently practice 6 habits. Personal habits, internal. 1. Seek clarity. 2. Generate energy. 3. Raise necessity. Social habits, external. 4. Increase productivity. 5. Develop influence. 6. Demonstrate courage. Let's dive into each one. Part 2. Seek clarity. Clarity is power. Paralyzing fog. Imagine you're driving on a highway in thick fog. Visibility's only 10 meters. What happens? You slow down. You hesitate. You become stressed. Even with a powerful car, you can't go fast because you don't know which direction to go. So it is with life without clarity. Most people live in a fog, unclear about their values, their purpose, or who they really are. The result: wasted energy, poor decisions, and mediocre performance. 4 vital areas of clarity. High performers are very clear in 4 areas. 1. Self-clarity. Who are you? Key question: how do I want to live my life every day? High performers have a clear picture of their ideal identity. It's not just, I want to be successful, but specifically, I want to be an inspiring leader, a present father, and a positive contributor to society. Exercise, write down 3 words that describe your best version of yourself. Then ask, what must I do today to become that person? 2. Skill clarity. What skills do I need to develop? Key question: what skills do I need to master to reach the next level? Most people focus on their weaknesses. High performers focus on strengths that need to be leveled up and new strategic skills. Exercise, identify 1 or 2 skills that, if mastered in the next 12 months, would have the greatest impact on your career life. 3. Service clarity. Who do you serve? Key question: who do I serve and how do I create value for them? High performers always know who their audience is: their boss, their team, their family, their customers, and they know how to create value for those people. 4. Social clarity. How do you interact? Key question. How do I want to be perceived and remembered by others? High performers are intentional in building their reputation. They know how they want to be seen and are consistent in their behavior. Morning clarity ritual. Burchard found that high performers have a ritual to gain clarity every day. Spend 5 minutes every morning asking, who do I want to be today? What is most important for me to achieve today? How do I want to interact with others today? Clarity isn't a one-time event. It's a daily practice. Part 3. Generating energy, the fuel for high performance. Energy is the true currency. Money can be accumulated. Time can be managed. But without energy, it's all in vain. High performers understand that energy is their most valuable asset. They don't just manage time, they manage energy. 4 energy types. 1. Physical energy. It's not about extreme fitness, but the fundamentals. Sleep 7 to 8 hours, non-negotiable. Regular exercise, at least 30 minutes 4x a week. Energy-supporting nutrition, not extreme diets. Recovery and rest. Real story, Jeff Bezos sleeps 8 hours every night. Warren Buffett said his best decision was to maintain his health. They know tired leaders make bad decisions. 2. Emotional energy. Manage your emotions, don't let them manage you. High performers have good emotional regulation. Aware of their emotional triggers. Having strategies to manage stress and negativity. Cultivate positive emotions intentionally. Practice gratitude and celebration. Exercise every night. Write down 3 things you were grateful for that day. 3. Mental energy. Clarity, cog or mental energy. Confusion, mental fatigue. High performers protect their mental energy by single tasking, don't multitask. Time blocking for deep work. Minimize decision fatigue. Regular mental breaks. 4. Spiritual energy. Connection to a greater purpose. It doesn't have to be religious, but it does have to have a sense of meaning and contribution. High performers know why. They work for more than just money or status. Energy audit. Each week ask yourself, what energizes me versus drains me? How can I increase energy givers and reduce energy drainers? Does my lifestyle support or hinder high performance? Part 4. Raise necessity. Why it's a game changer. People who can't fail. Burchard's study found an interesting pattern. High performers behave as if they have no choice but to succeed. Not because they're desperate or afraid, but because they create a strong sense of necessity, something bigger than themselves that makes failure not an option. 4 sources of necessity. 1. Identity necessity. This is who I am. When you identify as, I am the one who always delivers. I am the leader who can be relied upon. Failing means denying your identity. This is stronger than I want to be successful. This is I am a successful person. 2. Obsession necessity. This is my passion that can't be postponed. High performers have a healthy obsession with their craft. They can't do their best because they genuinely care. Not a toxic obsession, but a sustainable drive. 3. Duty necessity. Others rely on me. When you know that your performance affects others, your team, your family, or your customers, you have powerful external motivation. High performers always ask, who will be affected if I don't perform? 4. Urgency necessity. This must be done now. They create meaningful deadlines. It's not artificial pressure, but real consequences that make them move faster. Raise necessity ritual. Every week ask, why is this important to me? Identity. Why do I care about this outcome? Obsession. Who will be affected if I don't perform? Duty. What happens if I delay this? Urgency. Necessity isn't external pressure. It's an internal fire that makes you unstoppable. Part 5. Increase productivity. Focus on what really matters. Fake productivity. Many people are busy but unproductive. They fill their days with activities that feel important but don't actually move the needle. High performers are different. They are very selective with their time and energy. PQO formula. Productivity, quality, optimization. Productivity, do the right thing. 80-20 at the extreme. High performers identify the 20% of activities that produce 80% of the impact, then double down there. 3 filter questions. Does this help me achieve my primary goal? Can this only be done by me? Is this urgent and important? If the answer is no to at least 2 questions, don't do it. Quality. Do it with excellence. How you do anything is how you do everything. High performers aren't satisfied with good enough. They aim for mastery in whatever they decide to do, not crippling perfectionism but high standards of excellence. Optimization, do it better. Continuous improvement mindset. At the end of each project or period, high performers ask, what went well? What can be improved? How can I do this 10% better next time? 5 productivity practices. 1. Prolific quality output, PQO. Goals. Set 3 to 5 goals maximum. Focus on outcomes, not activities. 2. 60-minute focus blocks, deep work without distraction. Fit email message batching. Check 2 to 3 times a day, not in real time. On weekly, monthly reviews. Evaluate and adjust strategy. 5. Say no to good things, so you can say yes to great things. Part 6. Develop influence, the power to move others. Influence versus manipulation. Influence is the ability to inspire others to act because they want to, not because they are forced to. High performers are authentic influencers. They influence in a win-win way. 3 pillars of influence. 1. Teach people how to think. Instead of providing answers, provide a framework. High performers don't just share what to do, but how to think about problems. They provide mental models that others can use. Example, instead of doing A, B, C, they say these are the criteria for evaluating choices. These are the trade-offs to consider. Challenge people to grow. Push people beyond their comfort zone with care. High performers don't let others get stuck in their comfort zone. They provide challenges that stretch people, but with support. I believe you can do better than this. Delivered with genuine care is a powerful motivator. 3. Role model excellence. Actions speak louder than words. High performers influence by example. They are consistent between what they say and do. People don't follow what you say. They follow what you consistently do. Influence daily practices. Every day ask, how can I help someone think better about their challenge? What challenge can I provide to help someone grow? How can I be a better example today? Part 7. Demonstrate courage, the courage to be different. Sustainable courage. Courage isn't about being fearless. High performers are afraid too. The difference, they act despite their fear. And they have 4 types of courage that they consistently practice. 4 types of courage. 1. Honor courage. Acting according to values even when it's difficult. When there's a conflict between what's easy and what's right, high performers choose what's right. They don't compromise integrity for short-term gains. 2. Candor courage. Speak honestly even when it's uncomfortable. High performers give difficult feedback. They address the elephant in the room. They speak up when something is wrong, but they do it with care and constructiveness. 3. Action courage. Take action even when uncertain. They don't wait for perfect information or perfect timing. They're comfortable with calculated risks. Social courage. Be authentic even when unpopular. High performers don't people please. They're willing to disagree, to be different, to stand out. They know that trying to please everyone is the best way to please no one. Courage building exercises. Weekly. Do one thing that makes you slightly uncomfortable. Address one difficult conversation you've been avoiding. Take one calculated risk in an area that's important to you. Stand up for something you believe in, even when it's unpopular. Part 8. Integrating the 6 habits, your high performance journey. From knowing to being. Knowing these 6 habits isn't enough. High performance is the result of consistent practice, not perfect knowledge. Implementation strategy. Phase 1, months 1 to 2. Foundation. Focus on 3 personal habits first. Morning clarity ritual, 5 minutes. Weekly energy audit. Identify your necessity drivers. Phase 2, months 3 to 4, expansion. Add social habits. PQO goal setting. Weekly influence actions. Monthly courage challenges. Phase 3, months 5-6, integration. Combine all habits into a lifestyle. Daily high performance scorecard. Weekly monthly reviews. Peer accountability system. High performance scorecard. Rate yourself on a daily basis from 1 to 10. Clarity. How clear am I with today's priorities? Energy. How well did I manage my energy today? Necessity. How urgent are my goals today? Productivity. How focused am I on high-impact activities? Influence. How do I influence others positively? Courage. What action requires courage today? Target. Averaging 7+ consistently. Common pitfalls. 1. All or nothing mentality. Start small, build momentum. 2. Perfectionism, progress over perfection. 3. Isolation. Find an accountability partner or community. 4. Impatience. High performance is a marathon, not a sprint. Conclusion. Becoming the best version of yourself isn't about being someone else. High performance isn't about imitating other successful people. It's about becoming the best version of yourself. These 6 habits are a framework, not a rigid formula. Adapt them to your personality, circumstances, and goals. Final question. Before we conclude, ask yourself, 5 years from now, if you continue doing what you're doing now, will you be proud of the results? If the answer is no, then it's time to start building high-performance habits. Your next steps. 1. Choose one habit to start next week. 2. Set a reminder to practice that habit every day. 3. Track progress with a simple scorecard. 4. Find an accountability partner for this journey. 5. Be patient with the process, but urgent with action. The ultimate question. Brendon Burchard ends his book with a question that will change your life. If I had my life to live over again, would I be proud of how I live today? High performers live each day as if it were a preview of the life they desire.